The Pioneer Salon in Goodsprings has been recognized with a place on the State Register of Historic Places. This very old bar has been serving suds for nearly 100 years. But aside from the Wild West stories of the saloon, visitors are still fascinated by the mystery surrounding a nearby plane crash just after the start of World War II. News 1's Rick Andrews paid a visit to Goodsprings and has more.
Goodsprings is 20 miles and a world away from Las Vegas. There are only remnants now of a boomtown era when miners came here in droves to extract silver, copper, zinc, and gold from surrounding hills. The original schoolhouse, nearly 100 years old, is still in use.
At one point in time, Goodsprings was larger than Las Vegas. If you lived in Las Vegas, you would travel out here to do your shopping.
Noel Shekels is the current owner of the Pioneer Saloon in Goodsprings, built in 1913 from a kit shipped in from the East. Tourists to the bar are curious about the bullet holes in the walls, the leg lamp, and the pot-bellied stove. But it's the portraits of a movie star, Carole Lombard, and the circumstances of her ill-fated flight that perhaps sparked the most interest.
Every single day of the week, somebody will wander in from some parts of the world and ask about the Carole Lombard story.
And she did, I think, 85 or 90 films. So she was very, very popular in the 30s, especially when sound came in, and her voice and her actions were just wonderful.
Las Vegas resident Dave Kent supplied the photos for this tribute to the actress and her husband, Clark Gable. Gable would play a part in creating this local legend as he came here following the tragedy. He awaited word of his wife's fate at the Goodsprings Hotel, which was next to the saloon until it burned down in 1966. Goodsprings resident Barbara Loftus says people still talk about Gable's visit.
Clark Gable staying here, coming here to the bar to have a drink or so, waiting for his wife's remains to be brought back down.
On the crystal clear evening of January 16, 1942, the LA-bound flight carrying Lombard and 21 others, including her mother Elizabeth, took off from Las Vegas and slammed into snow-capped Mount Potosi, killing everyone on board.
They should have been out in the middle of nowhere, so even starlight, especially a snow-capped mountain, should have been at least visible in the distance.
Las Vegas pilot Fred Clifton says it's impossible to know for certain what led to the crash. Theories have surfaced over the years, some involving UFOs. But as a former jet fighter pilot, Clifton looks at the more practical possibilities, including a powerful downdraft spilling over the mountain.
If the vertical velocity down of the wind exceeded that aircraft's capability to climb, then the best he can do is descend or turn around. And if he's too close, he can't turn around.
A planned refueling stop in Boulder City was changed at the last minute to another airport in Las Vegas. If course corrections weren't made, the pilot likely had no idea he was heading straight for a mountain. And if, for whatever reason, the cockpit lights had been turned on, they may not have seen the mountain at all.
They all may have died relaxed, as we say in the fighter pilot world. You don't know what's going to happen. You're nice and relaxed, and all of a sudden you're gone.
Because Carole Lombard was returning from a war bond rally at the time of the crash, she's considered the first female casualty of World War II. For News 1, I'm Rick Andrews.
In 1942, TWA stood for Transcontinental and Western Airlines. Clifton says the DC-3 was one of the most popular and well-built planes of that day.